We're going to get into this week's energy reading for the next, I will say, upcoming weeks or so. What can we expect, or what are we currently feeling? What can we, around this energy with all this Leo, Lionsgate portal, you know what I'm saying? What is this time bringing for the collective? What do we need to know the importance around this energy, okay? So we're gonna get into it. The first deck I'm gonna pull from is the, this is my favorite deck, by the way, but this is my Soul's Journal Oracle card. So let me know if there's any specific questions you guys would like for me to do on these weekly readings, because I'm always looking to upgrade or kind of like just make any changes and improvements to my channel and to the content that I'm bringing. So I'm always looking for you guys' feedback to see what it is that you need from me. How can I be of service to you, so we can be of service to each other? So let me know what it is that you guys would like to have me even do readings on. Any specific questions or topics, just please send that to my DMs and let me know. So, or matter of fact, comment below on this video. That's just make it simple. Comment below, because you never know, someone else might want that same topic, someone else might want that same thing. So this is so interesting, y'all. Because I do readings on myself often, like if not daily. I can't say I do it every day, but there's times where I'm called to do it daily. But it's so interesting because when I did a reading a few days ago, and even before that, the reading before that one, this solitude card and transformation card, it's like it's continually coming out. And so yeah, I just smile because that's what we have here. So the card that came out was solitude, and I'm gonna put them right here, but solitude, transformation, and spiritual strength, right? And again, these are some cards that I've already actually been pulling for myself in my personal readings. However, this solitude card is showing that, during this time, we're in a place of solitude, and I can honestly say, even for myself, like spending a lot of time alone, to me, I just feel like it's kind of my normal, but I can say that, there is times where I feel very social, right? Sociable, like I want to go out, I want to hang with friends, meet up with family, do a lot of group things, right? But I can say within the past few months or so, for me, I have definitely been solo dolo. Like the energy for me has been like, no girl, we gotta sit in silence, we gotta go deeper, right? So I am feeling like a lot of you guys are actually experiencing that energy, because that's the energy that's currently here, right? And so if you've been called to spend a lot of time by yourself, with yourself, understand you're right on time. You're in alignment with the energy that's happening right now, right? So don't think that things are, going wrong, or that you did something wrong, because things are falling away in your life. Things are constantly just ending. You're experiencing endings after endings, right? And it's because you're going through major transformation. You're going through changes and shifts in the cycle, and the energy in the collective is so heavy and intense. And because what we are currently experiencing is, the dark forces are really pushing fear. Like it's like constantly pushing fear. So even if you watch the news on social media, wherever you go, you just see that that's the agenda, right? The agenda is to create more chaos and confusion and fear for the collective. So if you are consuming so much negative content, if you're consuming content that makes you feel tense and tight and worried, like, I want you to pay attention to your body. Pay attention how it makes you feel. The content that you are consuming, if you're feeling anything but good, that's a sign, okay? That's a sign that your body is trying to tell you something. And the thing about it is, we have been so accustomed to ignore our body cues. We've ignored our signs and ourselves for so long. So it's almost like you've gotten so used to the discomfort. You've gotten so used to the fear that it's became your norm, right? But we're breaking free from these fears and these programs and these conditionings, right? And the more higher that we are ascending, then it's creating a buildup of collective energy for everybody to ascend. And so the energy is increasing because the ones who are showing up, the ones who are doing their work, the ones who are going through these changes and making the necessary changes that they need to make are continuously rising. So they're increasing the awareness and the frequency on the planet. So anybody who is at a vibrational level that's lower, they're gonna get that. They're gonna feel that pull happening to them because it's a force. They no longer have a choice. Not saying that you don't have free will, but the decision becomes you either rise with the collective, or you either rise up to the next level of consciousness, or you get left behind. You kind of just, I don't want to say, it's like honestly, like, the thing about it is, and this is something that, you know, we got to understand, this is all frequency. Okay, we got to think about energy, frequency, and vibration. You know, this is something we're not taught enough. This is something we gotta really pay attention to. The vibration, the frequency. If you decide to stay in your comfort zone and stay at this lower vibrational level, when you know that you're being called to go higher, then you're only going to create more suffering for yourself. You're only going to create more confusion for yourself. You're only going to create more misfortunes, sickness, dis-ease. And sometimes, in some people, because they didn't make the choice, it cost them their life. You hear me, people? You hear me, family? Like, it cost them their life because they decided not to make the change that was called for them to make, to go higher, to raise in consciousness, to raise their vibration. And this is not to scare you guys. This is not to fearmonger you or anything. This is just to let you know that if you are feeling called to make changes, if you are being called to do something different, if you are being called to raise your awareness, it's in your best interest to do so. And if you don't understand the journey that you're on and what's happening, trust me, I've been there. I get it. I know exactly what that's like. But I'm here to tell you, reach out to someone that you can lean on and get support. Reach out to someone who's already, who's already been where you're trying to get to. You get what I'm saying? Like, reach out to I would say, like, even for like me, like healers. Healers, oh my God, like, reach out to a healer, someone that you can trust. Like, even if you're looking for support through your spiritual awakening, let me tell you, a spiritual awakening ain't no joke. We talking about your life is literally being flipped upside down. Like, the things that you identified with before no longer resonates with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way that you view things before, you no longer see them that way. Like, you're a whole new person. You're transforming and morphing into a whole new person, a whole new being, right? And this is all happening on a collective level. This is all happening for the whole because we're all connected. We're all connected, right? We all connected in the oneness, the one mind, the one body, right? But see, we've created such separation amongst ourselves because we've been separated or disconnected from source, right? So this is about us getting back connected to source so that we can be in tune with ourselves, so that we can allow our intuition to guide us. But, you know, if you're not connected, then you're currently just out here navigating life without a roadmap, without like no guidance. And you're wondering why things are happening to you and things are going crazy in your life and things, this and that. And it's just because, you know, sometimes that's a part of the process. Stuff got to end. There's endings happening. The endings is what's important because it's also a start of a new beginning. And if you're not trusting that things are working out for your highest good, then you're looking at it from a perspective of lack. You feel like things are, you know, happening to you instead of for you. It's all perspective. So this is what we mean by saying raise your consciousness. We're saying raise your level of perception, your way of thinking. Thinking beyond your comfort zone. Ashe? So what we are experiencing during this collective energy, and as even many of you within this past few months and even weeks and this upcoming days, you guys are going to experience major increase in your awareness. You're going to experience the transformations. You're going to experience things that you've resonated with before. Like you're starting to question those things now. Things that you've been, you probably have seen come across your point of view, right? Like certain words, certain contexts. And then you may have seen it, but at that time it meant nothing to you. You didn't even know what it meant. You just saw it and was like, okay, whatever. Shadow work, you know, whatever. You know, like it could be any word, any context. Things could come across your point of view, even the word kundalini, you know, whatever the context is. You may come across certain words and you start realizing, hey, I know I'm getting a better understanding. You're gonna start getting deeper understandings of the things that you have been seeing, the signs that you've been getting. You're gonna be getting more clarity on those things, more clarity and understanding. And what we see here with the spiritual strength card, and I think this came out in the August monthly reading too. So this makes sense, you know. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check that out, that video out as well. But with this spiritual strength, we see that you are being fully supported and guided on this journey through your transformation. You just gotta trust. And it's showing here, you know, with this balance card that it's coming to a place where you're bringing in, and although it may seem like it's chaos and turmoil, right? But you're bringing things back into balance. It's like those opposing factors where you experiencing one aspect and then you experience another point of view of that same experience. And so you're bringing things back into harmony because now you're gaining a broader perspective outside of your own. So you're going to go through these different experiences that you're going through, and then you may go through them and you see them repeating over and over for you. It could be with different people, but you still seeing that common theme play out, but you're getting a different perspective of it each time. You're getting a different point of view. And the more point of views or perspective you get the full picture, right? So a lot of you guys have been operating on such a limited, small point of view and such a limited, small perspective. But I'm seeing that that's going to be opening up more and more for you guys this week. So you guys can expect expansion. And, you know, Spirit is also making a note to say that, you know, during this time, because the energy is going to be intense and strong to anyone who's going through this, to make sure that you stay grounded. Grounding yourself is very important. And what do I mean by grounded? You know, you want to be able to get plenty of rest. You want to try to make sure that you are, you know, either getting out in nature. Make sure that you are eating a balanced meals and getting in more fruits and vegetables, right? That helps you ground yourself in your energy, because as we're raising up in frequency, the energies can create body and physical symptoms, right? So you may feel like you're going to be fatigued, tired. You may feel like you're restless. You may feel like, I know plenty of people, you know, plenty of you will be waking up during 3 and 5 and 6 a.m., you know, and some of you may even just go to bed around that time. So it's just, you know, you noticing that your body's trying to adjust to these frequencies that's happening on a collective level. So it's just important for you to keep yourself grounded, stay rested, stay hydrated, and try to incorporate more whole foods, fruits and vegetables into your diet, and to protect your energy. Be mindful of the things that you are listening to and consuming all the time. It's okay to watch it and consume whatever, you know, your life, but, you know, you just want to be able to make sure that you know how to, you know, disconnect from certain things when it no longer resonates with you, right? This is about you getting in tune with yourself, with your body, what you need. So it's about you paying attention to what you're feeling when you eat. After you eat a certain food, how do you feel after it? How does it make you feel, right? You want to start paying attention, raising your awareness, so that, okay, you would know that thing, when I had that, I didn't like how that made me feel. Don't just think that's just a coincidence, like, oh yeah, it happens. No, your body's trying to tell you something. Your body's trying to say, we no longer want this. Or your body's trying to say, like, I don't agree with this anymore. You know, like, whatever. You just got to tune in to what it is that your body is asking of you, and tune in so that you can make those adjustments. Because if you continue to, I would say, ignore those changes that is needing to be made, you're going to continue to just get more lessons. You're going to continue to have an experience where it continues to, you know, show you discomfort. Right? You're just going to just be uncomfortable until you make a change. And so sometimes that's what it takes, because we hard-headed, right? Sometimes we learn things the hard way. You know I could be, you know, guilty of that too. Like some things you just are not aware of yet, right? You just don't know. So you're going through the motions, and that's okay until you find and see. That's what the universe, that's the blessing of it all, right? It just gives us more experiences until we're more aware of what it is that we want. And then once we know what we want, we can then start focusing our attention on that and then get more of that. But if we don't know what we want, we're going to continue to get experiences until we figure it out. And sometimes those experiences is going to show you what you don't like, so that you can now determine what you do like. So you can start getting more of that and requiring more of that. So look at it as like, you know, everything is just here to teach you. Everything is just here to teach you. There is nothing, to me, in my point of view, you know, people get caught up on, you know, the duality of things. And yes, it has its role, you know, when we say good and bad and up and down and those type of things, right? But the thing about it is, like, we're here to experience it all. Life has shown us over and over again that we are going to have some highs and we're going to have some lows, right? We can all agree that that's what our life has shown us thus far. There is no way for us to continuously be on one end of the spectrum the whole ride, because life wouldn't be meaningful then, right? If we continue to have just joy, goodness, all that, like, just if we continue to just have the light aspect of life, then guess what? We wouldn't grow for real, because what do we need to grow from? So we'll just continue to have the same life, and we need those things that adds the depth, and those experiences help us to create, right? We can get more of what we want when we are stepping into our creative abilities. So with this heart chakra, we got the heart card as well, right? And what this is saying here is that, and there's a lot of green here actually with this deck, with this spread, but it's just showing here how, there is a heart expansion happening as well for the collective. The collective is experiencing, that heart expansion where, most people are getting more in tune with themselves and their inner being. They're figuring out that, it requires you to have compassion for yourself and acceptance for yourself. This journey is going to require that, because, you want to be able to forgive anything that you went through or anyone, because at the end of the day, your compassion is you understanding, is understanding. So you understanding that things have to happen the way that they did, in the way that they did, right? And it's about you being able to look at it from that point of view so that you can take that weight off your shoulders. So as we are expanding in our heart space, we're having more authentic connections, where we're connecting more deeply in our relationships with our family, friends, loved ones, co-workers. It's more, it's like, if we're not paying attention, the dynamics of relationships are shifting. Yeah. The dynamics of relationships are shifting. And what I mean by that is that relationships are going to be more conscious, more soul connections. That's where the dynamics of relationships are going from. Healthy relationships with two people or more people, bringing in themselves as a whole being, meaning coming from a place of wholeness, coming from a place of self-love, right? Knowing who you are. And not that ego love, but that real love, that true love of who you are, your true essence. It's about bringing you back into your truth, right? And that's what our heart space is doing, is connecting us with our truth and with our soul. And by us connecting with our truth, we can have more truer connections and experiences with others. So that's what we can experience during this energy of the Lionsgate portal. You can experience more of those transformations happening on an individual level, as well as collectively. You will see how things will start to shift in your life, and even amongst your family and your friends, because everyone is experiencing it on some degree. Everyone is experiencing the energy, and so it's all about us understanding and having the awareness of how we're navigating through it, right? So this week we can expect the energy to be as intense as it has been, but with you understanding more and more about, getting clarity on certain things. A lot of you guys are going to be really starting new ventures and new businesses, and you know, and people who already have businesses and things like that, they're also going to be you know, even taking that beyond where it's at currently. And even some of those who do not have a business yet, you know, you guys are going to be experiencing more attunement to, you know, because I know a lot of you, I can feel, are already feeling like, you know, working for someone else is just not for you anymore. So you're having that deeper yearning, because it's like spirit wants you to come out and trust. You know, it wants to pull you out of that comfort zone, that safety net that you've developed from having that job, right? You know, it's like you're playing it safe, and it's like that calling for you to take the next step is going to get stronger and stronger. So that's what you can expect for this week. Again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what does not. You know, tarot is just, you know, a form, it's a tool, it's a form of guidance, but it does not determine your fate. You are always in control of your reality. You always have the choice and the decision to make. So again, thank you guys for joining me for this video. This concludes our weekly energy reading. Let me know how this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, you know, follow me on my Instagram. It's Drika Shine. And so, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you.